Good morning, student. In this video, I shall discuss the phenomenon of multiple allelism. Then what is this multiple allelism and how the inheritance pattern of some character occurs by this method. Now, this is your multiple allelism. Multiple means more than one, more than two, many alleles. Normally, each character of an organism, it is normally expressed by a particular gene. Now, each gene, they are normally having two types of alleles. Each gene having two alleles normally, but sometimes there are more than two alleles also occurred, and this is the normal phenomenon, but it sometimes in some characters are regulated by more than two alleles, and this type of more than two alleles is called, when it is controlled by more than two, then it is called multiple allelism. And the common example of this multiple allelism, that is the ABO blood group in human being. ABO blood group in human. And here what happens, although more than two alleles are there, but in a diploid organism, only two alleles remain together and another two remain together. But suppose it is IA, then it is IB, IA, IB, or IO, whatever case may be. So always two alleles must be there, but more than two alleles are there. Three alleles are there, but their combination must be two because it is diploid in nature. Now, this blood group phenomenon was for the first time discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1900. Now, this ABO blood group, it was discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1900, and 20 years later, 24 years later, now this was discovered that the alleles, more than two alleles, IA, IB and IO, these three alleles actually control or regulate the formation of blood group in human being, and it was discovered by Bernstein in 1924. Now, according to him, the different phenotypes or different types of blood groups were there. The formula he used actually n into n plus 1 by 2. By this method, if the number of alleles n is equal to the number of alleles, then there are this number of phenotypes is observed in that particular organism. Now, here in case of human being, how the genotypes of the blood groups are determined here by three different types of alleles. Now, what are these three alleles and how the genotypes are actually determined by these three alleles? Suppose here the first allele, that is your IA, second allele, that is your IB. Now here the alleles are your IA, this is another one, and this is the IB, and this is IO. IO, it is the recessive allele, and these two are the dominant alleles. Now, when it is blood group A, suppose here blood group, now, or it is the phenotype, then what should be the genotype of this? The genotype. Now, if the phenotype is suppose A here, now the genotype either homozygous IA type or IA and IO type, because this IA are the dominant gene is a dominant allele and IO is the recessive allele. So that is why in this the blood group A is formed. Suppose it is blood group B, then the genotype must be IB or it is your IBIO. This is second genotype. Now third one, if the blood group is AB, then what should be the genotype here? It is your IA and IB genotype. These two alleles will form AB. And in case of O blood group, normally it is your IO. So there is no A or B allele here. So for this 1, 2, 3 and 4 types of blood groups are normally observed in case of human being, and these 4 blood groups are normally determined, or these 4 blood group phenotypes are determined by normally these 3 alleles, but their combinations are like this. For A, that is this combination, B, this combination, and AB and O. Now this is the combination of the genotype, and as it is a diploid organism, always 2 alleles are there, but these 2 alleles may be permutation combination form, and there are this type of genotypes. Next, how this blood group is determined? So this blood group is determined by certain antigenic property of the RBC. So in blood group A, B or AB or O, there are certain antigens present. There are certain antigens which are present in the blood group, in the blood of the human being. The antigens are normally present on the RBC membrane or RBC membrane. On the membrane of the RBC, the antigens are present, and these antigens are present in the RBC, and there are some antibodies. The antibodies are present. So the antigen, when it is blood group A, or when it is blood group B, or when it is blood group O, or when it is blood group AB. So in all these cases, the antigens, antibodies are always present. Now, what are these antigens and where they are present? Now, suppose this is A, this is B, this is AB, and this is O. Now, in case of A, the antigen A is present. This is the antigen A is present in the outer membrane of RBC, and there is antibody B. The antibody present, that is B. And in case of blood group B, the antigen B is there and antibody A are there. But in case of AB, what happens? In case of AB, both antigen A and antigen B are present. Both antigen A and antigen B are present. But here there is no antibody. Here there is no antibody. And here in case of O, there is no any antigen on the outer membrane of RBC. There is no any antigen. But both antibodies are synthesized there in the plasma of the blood. Both A and B antibodies are present in the plasma of the blood. Now, what happens if the blood groups are different in the different individual? How they are inherited from one generation to the next generation? The inheritance pattern on the basis of dominant recessive form and in the offspring, they are actually transmitted from the parents on the basis of their genotype. If the parents they have the different blood groups, then the chance or the probability of formation of the blood group in the offspring are also on the basis of the blood groups present in the parents. So that is why in the dispute of the paternity or maternity on the basis of these blood groups, the blood group of the offspring is, if it is O, then whether the parents are having this such type of blood groups or not. So on the basis of this blood group, suppose we can take the example here, how from the blood group we can solve this dispute. Suppose the parents, now what are the possible blood groups in offspring? Now the blood groups normally impossible or which are normally not possible in the offspring. Suppose the parents are O and O type. Suppose here the father is having O blood group and mother is having O blood group. Then what should be the possibility of the blood group in the offspring? So here the genotype is IO and the mother is having IO. So only one type of gamete IO. Then what will happen? All the children, whatever may be formed, they must be of O type. There will be no any child having A or B or AB. So that is from this. If a parent having O blood group, then they will never be having A or B or AB blood group children. So if there will be any children or any child having A or AB or B blood group, then it is never be possible and it can be rejected from this complicated case. Now when this O with A and with B or with AB, then suppose this O blood group is there in one parent, another hand O, then what will be the probability here? The probability must be here O and A, because here O means what? IO. A means what? Either IA or your IO. So that means either IO. This type of blood group will be observed here, and sometimes you will find I0 or IO type. So only two types of blood group you will find here, that is O and A, and there will be no chance of B or AB. So in this way, there are all the different parents. Suppose it is A, then A with suppose O, or it is A with suppose another A with B, then here B with here B, this is A with B, then A with AB, then what are the different combinations you will find? Now here in this case A and O means it is only A and O type of blood group, and there B and AB you will not find. Like that, suppose here A and AB, look at here how this is a complicated case, but here also the combinations will be different. So you can easily solve the problem like this. Suppose the father is having A blood group and mother is having AB blood group, then either it is IA type of genotype, and in this case what happened? There will be two genotypes, IA and IB in it. Then here one gamete will be formed and here both. So in this case here IA means A blood group will be there, and here IB, that means here AB blood group. So here what will happen? Either they will be having A blood group or having AB blood group. Now if this will be second case, if it is an heterozygous one, IA and IO, then what will happen? If it is IA and IO type, they are heterozygous condition, and the mother is AB type, that means it is your IA or IB type. Now here, two types of gametes will be formed. First one, that is IA type. If this will fertilize this one, that is your IA. Now this one IA, IB, and this one IA, IO, and this one IB, IO, IB, IO. Now here, you see A blood group is there, here AB blood group is there, here again A, again B. So all type of blood group, A, B and AB type of blood group, okay, here A, B and AB type of blood group you will find here. So in this case what happens, suppose this type of combination when it is IA, or IA, IO, here suppose IA, or IA, IO. So this type of different homozygous and heterozygous condition will be there, and on the basis of this, the parent's genotype actually determines the genotype and phenotype blood group in case of offspring. So what are the impossible phenotypes in the offspring? It is also pre-considered and it can be determined by genetics calculation. So on the basis of this, one can guess if this type of offspring is there and there is dispute, then it can be proved that this is not possible. So that is why he is or she is not the genuine parent of that particular child. Now, regarding blood transfusion, another important process, because we normally donate blood to one another, and when the blood is donated from one person to another person, normally sometimes some complication occur. Then how this complication occur? This complication normally occurs due to presence of this antigen and antibody in the blood. So one antigen A always reacts with antibody. So that is why the antigen antibody reaction, agglutination occur, or agglutination is called, and due to this agglutination, normally the blood is not received by the recipient. So that is why which blood is actually received by which recipient and which donor should be given that one, it is normally determined on the basis of this antigen antibody property. Suppose there are A, B, AB and O type of blood group. Suppose this is the recipient group, and suppose here donor A, here donor B, here another donor AB and another donor O. So these are 4 donors of them. Then which donor actually can donate blood to other recipient? Now here, normally this blood group A means they have antigen A there in their RBC and they have antibody B. So that is why A blood group can donate blood easily and no agglutination occur. So here you just take the, suppose this is the symbol used, it is no agglutination, or it is also called no coagulation. Suppose these are double plus. When it is double plus, that means they are highly agglutinated and there is agglutination occur, and no transfusion is allowed, or no transfusion is normally allowed, or it cannot be received. And when it is plus, then it is less agglutination and it can be given. Okay. Now sometimes there is no agglutination when the A blood group is normally given to A then there is no agglutination occur, and A blood group person can easily donate to the A. But when it donates the blood to B, then as the antibody A is there, your antigen B is there, that means antibody A is there, and this antibody will react with this blood group antigen. So that is why the agglutination, heavy agglutination will occur, and the blood will not receive by it, and that is why it is not allowed to donate the blood from A to B. Now, but A can give to AB, and very less agglutination, and in worst case it can be given to AB. But here, if in case of O, both antigens are there, so that is why heavy agglutination will occur here. Now, where B, if it will donate to A blood group having the antigen A and antibody B, so that is why antibody B will react with it, that is why agglutination will occur, and no transfusion will allowed from this donor. This is the donor group, and this donor group B will never donate blood to A. Now the next one, B can easily donate to B because there will be no agglutination, because both are having same antigen and same antibody. Now they can donate to AB, and very less agglutination may occur, but it cannot donate to O. Heavy agglutination will occur. Now this AB blood group, it will normally universal recipient, but it cannot donate to anyone. So heavy agglutination will occur here, they can donate to AB. There will be no agglutination will occur in case of AB, because in case of AB, both are having the antigen and antibody, but they cannot donate to O. But this O blood group, when it will a universal donor, it can donate to A less agglutination occur, and it can donate to B, it can donate to AB, and it can donate to O, no doubt. So that is why from this table it indicates that the O blood group, this O blood group can donate to any other blood group including O. So that is why this O blood group is called universal donor. It is called universal donor because the O blood group can donate the blood to any other blood group. Now AB, this AB blood group, it can receive blood from anybody. It is a recipient. Look at here. It can receive from A, it can receive from blood from B, it can receive blood from AB, and it can also receive from O. So that is why the AB blood group, it is called universal recipient. Universal recipient. So on the basis of this, we can say that the AB blood group is universal recipient and O blood group is the universal donor. So here, this blood group phenomenon, it is an example of ABO blood group, which is a phenomenon of multiple allelism, which normally does not occur. But here, one character is controlled by more than 2 genes, that is 3 alleles. So that is why it is called multiple allelism. Now, I hope this video will be helpful for you. If it is really helpful for you, please like it and subscribe for the further videos. Thank you.